Well, sometimes I'll read stuff or see stuff that's said about a performance that I've done, and I'll go, I don't know if I can live up to that. They'll say heroic, Herculean effort, dragged over the line, injured, great leadership, and I'll read it and I'll go, I think that's a bit inflated. I don't think I can live up to that.
Yeah.
And it's at those moments where you've had no impact, you're not feeling it, the weight of the world is on you, you go, OK, now might be an opportunity to try and live up to that expectation.
Yeah.
And there's something exciting about that for me, to go, OK, to be able to do something great or memorable, you have to have the opportunity to do it. If it was all just smooth sailing and you dominated every week, then you wouldn't have that opportunity to really fight and earn every scrap of respect.
Yeah.
And so it's in those...
That's the drive. That's the stuff.
Yeah.
Will you get tense? So you get to the ground. Are you someone that will be a bit anxious?
No.
I used to be pretty anxious.
No, I'm pretty balanced. I listen to usually talkback radio or silence.
Talkback? Oh, my gosh. Now I didn't have your peggers out there. Now that you're officially out there. Talkback?
Can we scrap that?
No, I
don't know. You know why?
Way too...
Well, when I was young and we'd go to footy with Dad in the car, we'd have ABC radio on.
Yeah.
And so it's almost like it takes me to that space in the car.
That's interesting.
And I listen to it on the bus ride to the MCG, for example, when we're travelling. I can
That's interesting.
get the app on my phone.
Do you think that is a nostalgia? It is that?
Yeah, I do. Well,
that.
I saw someone write it. It might have been Dane Beams wrote during the week about how the whole footy experience, he connected with his dad.
Yeah.
And that resonated with me because...
I think it resonated with a lot of us.
Putting the talk back on and travelling to footy is a time that I spent with my dad.
Yeah.
And so that's where I want to be in that space. I don't really want to go into the heavy music pump up.
Yeah.
I'd rather just spend some time with Dad before we get to the game.
That's a beautiful thought. That's actually really lovely. I was trying to describe the football club environment, which I became more aware of as captain, that as a business model, and a footy club a footy team rather, is a bad business model. It's really, really bad. So we're in the business of winning games, winning premierships, but we're in the business of camaraderie. That's what the day-to-day, a lot of it is. You're trying to bring people together, have them believe in the cause, everyone do their bit for the greater good, all that. But the structure of it is 44 players roughly, 22 in the team. So on any given week, half of the staff are not where they want to be. And at the end of every year, the company could have its best ever year. There's redundancies at the end of every year. And you're trying to build camaraderie. Imagine if you were making plastic buckets and that was your business model.
If we took that to Shark Tank, we would get shot out of the sky.
Yeah, no offers for that.
I think about this all the time. Unless you don't finish in the finals, which isn't a good result, or you win the grand final, your last game of the year, every year, will be a loss.
Yeah.
As good a year as you've had as a group or as an individual, you always finish unfulfilled.
Yeah.
And that was probably, from a selfish point of view, one of the nice things about winning an award like the Brownlow is that for a fleeting moment, as an individual, you couldn't physically do any more.
Yeah.
You couldn't have played, you didn't need to play better or longer or more games, or there wasn't another performance coming up. For a fleeting moment, you got to be able to enjoy that bliss of, I'm enough.
Yeah.
But that lasts not long at all, and the next season starts and everyone goes back to the level playing field and you start all over again.
Yeah.
You finish on top. For that period of time, you can feel like you've accomplished something. And it's a rare and beautiful thing in this game.
Do you remember the Brownlow? You had a lot going on that night.
It was a busy week.
You had a lot going on that night. But I was at the after party. I didn't have much going on, but I was having a wow of a time. I think I may have celebrated your win harder than you did.
Great.
But I remember you were sort of shuffled into the nightclub after, the after party, and they brought you in where I was standing. you probably don't remember this, but I came over and we had this hug. I gave you a big hug, and I thought, I'm having a Brownlow moment. And as my wife, she goes, "Have you got money for a drink?" And I got dragged away, and we woke up the next day, and I said, "You know, you ruined my Nat Fyfe Brownlow moment." She was very apologetic.
That's great. I have brief recollections of parts of that night.
Yep.
I can't exactly remember that one.
You just broke my heart, by the way.
Sorry, mate.
On telly, into Ralph Wiggum style.
I'm glad you enjoyed the night other than that, though.
No, it was great.